Video review. Alright, today we're gonna be taking a look at some basic stuff for Vegas Pro, and first, before we begin anything, people are having crazy amount of problem with crashing in Vegas Pro, which annoys me as well in the beginning. But I think it will fix a lot if you would go here, right on the top here, we go to option and preferences. Then we go to video tab here, and originally your GPU acceleration of video processing will be put to your graphic cards. I've got this here, but you want to turn this off and apply it, and be sure to restart your Vegas Pro before beginning to edit anything. On Vegas Pro, it's not like on Premiere Pro where when you begin the software there would just be options of you choosing the video format and all that. But on Vegas, we're just gonna do it simple. So all we have to do is just select a video, and just drag the clip in. Very simple. You don't need to press this import or open button. It's very slow, and you want to give it some time to load up everything before you actually click or do anything on it. First of all, you're just gonna press yes. Not gonna think about too much. And what that did was basically just matching what the actual video format is like, and use that exact same thing for the clip as well. You're probably not gonna like what it looks like if you just render right away, but you're not gonna do much yet until you're about to render. Then you can change the whole thing. But before we begin to edit anything at all, then I recommend you go into the setting here, this little setting icon up here, and then you go down to resample mode and just turn this off. Absolute utter useless. Don't even use it. So disable it. This will reduce the amount of motion blur, I guess, to your video, which is absolute nonsense. And just to tell you a little basic before we go into anything at all, then here, if you just press render right there like this, and your clip is not at the actual start of the timeline, this whole thing here is called timeline, by the way. If you just put it somewhere like that in the middle of nowhere, if you render, it will render from the start right here, where it will render the black screen. So it does absolutely nothing here. It will render that as well up until the end of the clip. So as soon as the clip ends, that's the render done. But if you do like this, it will render the black screen here as well. So if you put your clips in the middle, if you start editing in like the middle of the timeline, then just simply drag it out like that. Just use your mouse and just drag randomly. See, you will see here, like very easy. So you drag from the beginning, make sure it's beginning there, up to the end point where you want the render to be done, and that's it. Now when you press the render button, it will not render the black screen up here as well. So if you don't start in the middle and just start at the beginning there, then you're fine. A little shortcut I would like to teach you is cutting. You simply use the S key on your keyboard. You gotta get used to this, by the way. It's a lot quicker than right clicking, and yeah, if you don't like them, simply just undo. I think we all know how to use undo. If you want to use your clip if you want to use your audio clip in other part of the actual video, then you can click on that audio track that you want, press U on your keyboard. It will ungroup from everything else, so it's gonna be red if it's not in sync with the actual video. So before, let's go back where it was all grouped. Sorry. So when it was all grouped, everything moved at the same time. So if you ungroup it, when you move other things else, this one will not be moved. See? So now you can use that exact audio clip that you want from the video and just use it somewhere else in the video if you want to. And if you want to group back, just select all the clips here and just press G. So G for group and U for ungroup. Just remember that, easy stuff. That's one thing. And also, if you got a crap ton of clips lying around like that, that if you're actually editing like crazily, then there will be a lot more clips lying around in timeline, and it's annoying to move at once. If you want to select exactly everything in the timeline, then you Control A, and it will select every single thing on the timeline. This will include your audio and your video. So if you want to select just 2 of them, but at the same time, press D on the keyboard, it will switch the tool. Just take a look at the cursor. Look at that. It will change to that. You press again and you get this. This is the selection tool. So now you can select whichever clip you want, like that, and then you can move it. Just these 2. And if you want to go back, just basically just press D twice, because if you press D only once, it would go to this magnifying tool, which you don't want to use yet. So just go back to your normal cursor, and I'm gonna teach you just 2 more things. So first thing is the blank space down here. You right click, you insert a video track. That will give you another video track. If you right click and you press insert audio track, it will give you another audio track. Makes sense. So when you add a title, you don't want to add it on the same track as your video, because it would just block everything. Let me just show you an example. Like that. It would just fade in with each other, and you don't want that. So creating a new video track, basically, you can just drag your new text that you got up to that new layer, and so it's gonna be on top of the video now. So whichever one is on top, we'll show that one first. And down here you can, drag your audio down, or if you just want to add like background music, you just drag your music into this layer here. And yeah, that's basically everything you need for today. And before you render, be sure to go into this and follow me. So we go to setting again, we open up the project properties. You want to just use your width and height of your resolution, and change your frame rate to 60 if you want to video to be 60 FPS, and just select 29 here. So if 60 is gonna be 59.94 double NTSC. That's gonna be the one that you want. If you want a 30 FPS, then you gotta go for 29.97 NTSC. So I want to go for that, and that's just gonna give me a 60 FPS video. Not mess with this, nothing to touch here. Pixel format, this is also what will make the video very sharp. So 8-bit and 32-bit floating video point will be a lot different, okay? It's a huge difference. The rendering time will also be a lot more if you use 32-bit, but for the sake of this video, we're just gonna go for 8-bit. If you want a high resolution, very sharp video, just go for 32-bit floating point. Do not mess with the full range here. Only go for the floating point video levels. And full resolution, you get this. You want best rendering quality, then go for the best. If you want good, then just go for good. And audio, you basically want to set the sample rate to the highest, to about 48,000, which is the normal hertz of every single microphone, even every single top-notch microphone. So if you go more than that, you don't really hear it. So and be sure that the master bus mode is in stereo. You don't want it to be in a mono. And that's basically it. Once you're done there, press apply and okay. And that is not done yet. You haven't rendered yet. Now go up here to render button up here, press render as, and choose where you want to save it. And this is what you'll see if you're just new to Wakers. So what I use is the Sony AVC MVC. Click on it and choose the first one if you want to use the 1080p video, and the second one if you want the 720p video. You can see that it's saying 30p, which is 30 FPS, but you don't want that. If you want a video to be smooth, then go ahead, click on it and customize template. And now it's time for you to change to the things that you want. So basically these up here you don't really want to change anything. But this here, frame rate, that's what you want. Now set it to 60 FPS as you want it. And what I do with my video is I set the bitrate to the highest one as possible, because that's what makes the video less, makes the amount of noise in the video a lot less. The noise in the video is basically all those little pixel dot that you don't really want to see. The higher it is, the less you see them. So I usually just go for the highest one, but it will take longer time to render basically. But this slice here, don't do anything with it. And audio, as I said, use the 48,000. That's the highest one here, as you can see. System, you basically nothing there. Project, this is the one that you want to change. Video rendering quality, just choose the one that you want. If you want good, then use good, and best, just go for best one. And nothing else you want to change here. You may be lazy to click these things every single time when you render, so you might as well just save it as a preset that you want to use. So change the name of the template that you want, just whatever you want. Just type in what kind of rendering setting you want to call it, and then just press save here. And then if I just press save there, it would just be whatever right here. And you may want to press the favorite button. So the next time when you come on, just go to filter up here and show favorite only. So it will only show your favorite template that you want. So I have it here as wackiest render setting, and name your video whatever you want and press render. And yeah, that's basically it that you need to know for the beginning of editing on Sony Vegas. I will be making more for some more advanced editing, but this is just a beginning guide. Yeah, that's all. Hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and yeah, thank you.